space before those extra help defenders were coming over. And it was something to see. I mean, every time the ball left his hand, the rotation was perfect on it. He had that look in his eye. You know, and as you watch some of those highlights, it was just incredible. Michael was, was screaming and hollering into the microphone. I mean, everyone in that arena was genuinely shook up by what Kobe was able to do. And, they certainly came back with that statement game that they needed so desperately after such a bad loss Sunday against Houston.
Where you are, you're able to obviously see the players on the floor, and you also get the crowd reaction. Give us some sense of the way the crowd was reacting to things, and also the Mavericks players who had to realize that. Certainly was the game.
Salad bar.
Your favorite players.
Yes.
Priceless.
Yes. Yes.
There are some things money.
Peyton, P-E-Y.
Groceries, $41.
That's awesome, man. Charlie!
Oil change, $25.
Good too. Decaf!
Lunch,
Decaf!
$12.
Great shift today, guys. Nice salad bar.
Your favorite players.
Yes.
Priceless.
Yes. Yes.
There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
I'm sure you've seen the MasterCard commercials by now, some of our favorites. It's obvious when you watch that Peyton Manning is a very likable, well-mannered guy. In fact, Peyton was recently named, get this, #1 on the list of the 10 best-mannered people of 2005. This was voted on by the National League of Junior Cotillions. Joining us now is one of the chapter directors, Terri Beeson, also a 5th grade student in the program, Griffin Walters. Here is the top 10 as voted on by the National League of Junior Cotillions. Welcome to the program, Terri and Griffin. Terri, I'll start with you. What exactly is the National League of Junior Cotillions?
It is a national organization that teaches etiquette, grace, manners, as well as dance to programs for the 5th through 9th graders in our communities. as well as they have a high school program and a debutante program as well.
All right, now, Terri, of all the people out there, what about Peyton Manning made this group say, oh, okay, that's it. He's the most well-mannered person on the planet?
Well, for one thing, I truly believe it's because the age group of our children are really sports enthusiasts. And also, he has a lot of humanitarian services that he does for his community, that what he did to give back to his community after Hurricane Katrina, and what he does with his Paycheck Foundation. He does a lot of wonderful things.
All right, very good. Now, Griffin, we'll turn it to you. We have a clip of video, I'm sure you're very familiar, of Peyton Manning and the way he tends to be a little bossy to his teammates when they're at the line of scrimmage. Take a look at this tape. He's ordering everybody around. Sometimes he's nice, sometimes he's not. Shouting, pointing. Pointing is not polite, Griffin. Not polite. Did you vote for Peyton, and why?
I voted for Peyton Manning because he's a really good athlete, and
oh, but it's not about being a good athlete. It's about being polite, Griffin. And we saw in the video he points.
Well, because you got to get his team lined up where they got to be, don't they?
That is a good point. But what about Peyton says, gee, he's so polite?
Because he does stuff for his community and stuff. Like, he helps out people who community and don't have stuff that they need.
Terri, what should young kids who want to be polite take from Peyton Manning, his demeanor, the way he carries himself?
I just think he's very well-mannered. He's obviously a very good person. He doesn't let his athletic, very much success go to his head. And I just think that's wonderful for our kids of today to see that.
Griffin, obviously, Peyton's a role model. Young kids look up to him. Why should you and others look at Peyton Manning the way he is in real life and say, that's the way I should be?
Because, like, some stars and athletes don't, like, give that much to their community, but he helps, like, everybody in his community, helps, like, build houses and give money to people who don't have it.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. Now, that's an answer I can sink my teeth into, young man. Terri, you're a mother of football fans.
Yes, sir.
If you were Peyton's mom, how would you
Yes.
convince him that this award is actually bigger than winning a Super Bowl ring?
Well, I don't know how he would feel about it, but I'm sure his parents are extremely proud. That's a great honor to have your child recognized as having the best manners. I'm sure they would be quite pleased with that, as well as all those other accolades as well.
All right, and well they should. Quickly, is there any other sports name on the list, or is Peyton the only one?
I believe he was the only one on our list. Kelly Ripa was second.
I did see that he edged out Kelly Ripa, something
Yes,
you should
he
be
did.
very proud of.
He should be.
And, oddly enough, he edged out the late Pope John Paul II.
Yes, he did.
Now, that is polite.
It is
Terri,
polite.
Griffin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for saying.
Absolutely. By the way, Peyton becomes the second athlete ever to capture top honors in the award's 14-year history. He joins Mark McGuire, who won back in 1998. And I do understand that Woody Page will be a finalist in 2006.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's have some fun on this topic, guys.
Lunch with him when he was in college. He was a sophomore. And politeness, he is, and his work, and in his office, I think